Good day everyone. As you can see on my screen, now we'll take a look into Session Management Challenge 6 under SQL injection. So in other words, here we are trying to get access to one of the user sessions with the help of SQL injection, at least for this particular part. Okay. So as you can see, it is asking for username and password. If I try admin, it says username not found. Okay, what if I give administrator password? Okay, that's good. So we got one username here. This came when I searched for administrator. So let me check. Pad is not there. Leaf pad is not there. Gedit is not there. What text editor is there? Can I install? Let me install gedit. Can't install. Okay, seems like I have to use my command line editor only. Now, so what I wanted to do is I want to note down this email ID. This is for administrator. Okay. Now, what if I give this email ID in the forgot password link? Okay. Okay, they say please enter your email address to retrieve your security question. So if I paste that email ID, okay, so we have the question that says, what is the last name of the teacher who gave you first failing grade? That's a very specific question, but if you're able to get the answer to that, maybe we'll be able to get access. Okay, so but how do we do that? Okay, so what we'll try to do is since it is related to SQL injection, let's try to uh, you know see if we can get any kind of SQL injection response. Remember, as soon as I gave that email ID, the email ID was taken into the backend backend SQL query and the question was extracted. So in the place of that, if I give single quote, let's see what will happen. Okay, it says invalid email address. What if I give double quotes? Sometimes it uses double quotes also, right? So what if I give double quotes? Okay, I think it is looking for specifically email address. Like I've observed last time, email address is highlighted. So what if I give a@aa.com? Okay, that tells me that I am not using the right syntax. Okay, so that means I believe it is vulnerable. As you can see, my single quote, double single quote is mentioned here. Okay, so that means this value right now, the double quote is going to the backend. Okay, now that it is going to the backend, what should we do? Like last time, let me try to add another malicious query to the existing one using union. Okay, so let me see. First of all, select database, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, hyphen, hyphen. If I click on get security question, just like last time, I think my hyphen hyphen is having trouble. So what if I give space and hyphen, one more extra space and hyphen? Will that fix it? See that fixed it. Now you can see that the current database name is broken authentication session management challenge 6. Very big name, but there is that. Okay, so now that we have the database name identified, in that what kind of table names we have, we'll have to identify. So what if I try, I have a technique here, let me try that. What if I try union select group underscore concat. So group underscore concat is a query that is going to take the input. Great. I think my machine is off. One moment, I'll restart the machine and we'll continue. Okay, the machine is back online. Now let me continue. So earlier what I was doing is I was giving union select. I was using something called as group underscore concat. Group underscore concat is a function that will take the current table names and extract them all onto our screen. Okay, so semicolon hyphen hyphen space hyphen and from database open bracket close bracket. Let's see if I can extract all the table names, because I don't want to go with first table name, second table name, third table name like that. There, I don't know how many are there, so I would rather extract all of them at once. Okay, so if I click on get security question, okay, that gives me an error saying that database is not something that I could give. Okay, so what I will do is let me try something else. Formation underscore schema dot table, where table underscore schema equal to, let me try this. Earlier I got syntax error issue. If it works, I'll tell you what it is. That didn't work. So yeah, I don't think group underscore concat works as of now. No problem. We will do some guesswork. Okay. For example, we are trying to extract the security question of people, right? Like who is that? What is the name? I my machine is down, so I forgot the name. Let's try again. Administrator. Buzz the bald. So this is what the user email ID is. I don't know what his name is, probably administrator, but as you see, it's the email ID. So we are looking at people details. People are called as typically users, customers, members, like that. Depends on what kind of company we are dealing with. If it is a regular company, it will call them as users. If it is a company providing services to others, it may call them as customers. If it is some other type of company, they may call them as members. Let's go with something basic like users. Okay, what if I say select table, or let me do one thing, select username. Can I extract username? Let's do that. Select username from users. Okay, let's see what happens. Username is a typical column name, right? So that's what I'm guessing here. And same way, users is a typical table name, so I'm just trying both of them. We got something here, it says manager, but I'm not sure if it is related to this or not. It looks like it, but let's try. Now that the query is working, what if I say extract everything, the one that I tried earlier, group underscore concat. Again, there can be more usernames available and I don't have time to go through all of them, so extract all of them at once. Seems like manager is a username. We have manager, Sean, root, administrator, privileged. What is this? Sean Dugan, Mark. You get the idea. So we have all those different types of users. Okay. Maybe this information can be helpful for us later. So I'll just copy that and I'll put it over here. Nano file, all the usernames. Okay. Anyway, for now we have to log in as a privileged user. So out of them, root is a privileged user, admin is a privileged user, maybe privilege itself is also privileged user. Let me do one thing, let me search for that. What's the email address of privileged? spoiledbrat@security.com. That's a username for that. It says you must sign as one of the users with privileged user role. So probably this guy, probably the before guy, his name is administrator. So I think we could go with any one of the privileged one. So there is that. So now that username is identified, what if I ask for password? Do you think I can extract passwords? Password. Speaking of which, we are looking for security questions. So maybe it won't be a password. Maybe related to what we want is security question answer, right? So what will it be called as? Security answer? Security answer. I'm just guessing based on the words that we have here. Unknown column. So it's not that. What about secret? Okay, secret also not working. So we have a security question. Security answer did not work. Secret did not work. What about secret answer? Maybe question is security question, but answer is secret, right? So maybe secret answer. Okay, now you can see that we got a lot of things because I use group underscore concat. We got everything. Lena, Andreas, Rohit. We don't know what is what. So what I'll do is I will say don't group underscore concat. Also, if I want information from one user, I might give that user only. Okay, like where user name equal to what's a username? Earlier I got a lot of usernames, right? Let's see. Administrator. Earlier I was pursuing administrator, so let me give administrator here. Administrator. Okay, the answer is Aaron Keegan. That's the answer for administrator. But what's the question? I forgot the question. Anyway, now that we have the answer, what if I type the answer here? Submit answer. Does it work? Oh, I think it's still looking for that. The email ID of this guy is, I forgot, administrator Aaron Keegan, right? Yeah, Buzz the Bald is the email ID. Copy. Buzz the Bald is the username, and Aaron Keegan is a password. Yeah, that worked. So I believe maybe administrator is also one of the, what should I say, privileged user. Obviously, you may try that for any other expected privileged users, and you may get that working as well. Let's see. Submit. Get the flag. Okay, so to recap, what we have done is first we found the login box. We tried some credentials like admin, administrator started working. So we got the email ID, that is buzzthebald at shepherd.com. So what we have done is we went to forgot password link, and there it said enter your email ID to retrieve a security question. Okay, so that I don't even remember what security question it is. Maybe I'll try that one more time. So what we have done is we have given the email ID was the bald at securityshepherd.com. Is that the correct email ID? Correct only. Did I type wrong? Copy. Get the security question. Now it's working. So yeah, the question is, what is the last name of the teacher who gave you first failing grade? That is Aaron Keegan. Okay. So, but we didn't know that answer yet. Okay. So what we have done is, because that is the input field that we are able to type the credentials or email ID. So we started giving single quote, that did not work. We started giving double quotes, and that showed you SQL error, indicating that SQL injection may be possible. Okay. So first we started extracting small details like database using union select. Once we are able to identify database, we tried to extract table names, but that did not work very well. So we had to guess the table name as username, users, and we have to guess the table column names as username. We also tried to guess the password. That did not work. We also tried to guess other keywords like security answer, secret, and secret answer, and the secret answer worked for us, and that showed you all the uh, passwords, not passwords but security answers. So those security answers, we again pointed out to specific user using a query, and we are able to get that specific users security answer only. Okay, and then we have submitted the answer and got the key. Okay, so yeah, give that a try and see how that will work out for you, and we'll again see you in the next one.